I don't know who that person is. Who have I been dating? Hellos. Finally, I gathered the courage to actually do a vlog after I think so many years. I've been trying to figure out whether I should or I should not do a vlog. Yeah, here we are. So in my vlog, we are going to be talking about relationships, music, fashion, places. I love traveling, and my experiences that I've had here and there, among other things that will come in mind as we go along. Today I want us to talk about 6 reasons as to why so many relationships will break up once this quarantine thing is over. I know the COVID-19 issue has actually taken the world by storm. Nobody expected this, and so many people are going to be affected adversely by this coronavirus thing. But the sooner it ends, the better. However, it could affect many relationships in a big way. So I'm going to talk about 6 things or 6 reasons as to why some of the relationships will not survive once this coronavirus is over. Reason number 1, you were already breaking up or you already broken, but somehow this quarantine delayed it. Now, how will this happen? You see, many a times when you have issues in a relationship and then an opportunity like this, I call it an opportunity because many people who are in a relationship, they are trying to tolerate each other. As we know, relationship is about tolerance. It's about bearing with each other. And sometimes inafikanga mahali until you do not have anything else to bear with each other. The interest is gone, but well, the relationship has to keep going for one reason or the other. So now, this quarantine period has provided 2 opportunities. One, you are either staying together, so you are stuck together, or you are separate and living apart. Now, either of those will provide the opportunity of you realizing if you really want to be in that relationship or not. And once this quarantine is over, many people will walk out separate ways. Because you will either know, you know what, maybe this is not what I want. This is not really what I've been wishing for. Maybe she's not the right person for me. Maybe he's not even doing me justice by being in my life. I deserve better. So once this quarantine is over, you will have already figured it out. So that is one way that the relationships are going to completely end. You were already there, you are almost there, but this quarantine period has just helped you to realize. It's like, it has opened your eyes to see better. You are disagreeing on how to respond to this whole quarantine isolation thing. You do not agree on how is it. One of you is feeling like, you know what, maybe this thing is just overrated, and it's nothing. The other person is so much concerned about it. They are really taking precaution. Maybe the other person feels maybe he's not taking precaution. Maybe she's not being careful about it. She's still going to work, he's still going to work, he's still going out, he's hanging out with the boys and all that. He's not taking care of himself during this period. I mean, this disease is killing people for sure. So once all this is over, you feel, you know what, no, this is not right. Now, when you can't agree on how to respond to a crisis like this as a couple, it's gonna be a big problem, because this is just an example of a lot more of the crises that are gonna come in the future. And relationship is all about agreeing. And even if you don't agree, at least strike a balance. And if you can't strike a balance in times like these, it becomes a problem. Reason number 3 is a bit interesting. I say it's interesting because this is going to affect many relationships. This is because one of you could be having an affair and then it is going to be discovered. You see, during this quarantine period, as I said, you have been provided with 2 opportunities. You are either living apart or living together. Now, let's take in the case scenario that you both are living together. Now, if you one of you has been having an affair, it's gonna be discovered. I mean, you can always keep up. I mean, for some reason you will try as much as possible to keep up, with the hiding and everything. But if you are constantly staying together, the other partner want attention. They need you to call them. They need you to check on them often. There's texting and whatever things that you do privately. And if your relationship was more physical, then you would be tempted to actually go out there and meet them, and it's gonna be tough. Or they might even want to come to you. So chances are things could go wrong, and your mpango wa kando would be discovered. Yeah, during this quarantine period, it's she's gonna know. I'm saying she because I'm not saying men cheat a lot, but well, they do, and even the ladies, quite a lot actually. The point is, chances are your mpango wa kando is gonna be discovered. There are so many loose ends, especially now that you're staying together. Or if you're staying apart, it's gonna be tricky. Maybe you can keep up. Point number 4 is also a bit interesting. One of you will realize that you actually don't like each other, or both of you will actually realize you don't like each other. In this sense, you see, if you're staying together, probably previously you were staying apart. You are not, you are meeting occasionally, once in a while. She'll come maybe over the weekend, or you go to a place over the weekend once in a while, maybe even if it's a weekday, maybe for then a sleepover, and then she goes, or you the other way around. But now you are staying together constantly. You see, you might actually realize, wait a minute, there are things I didn't know about this guy. There are things I didn't know about this girl. I didn't know she picks her nose. Ugh. Ugh. And then be like, this guy farts everywhere. And then you realize some of the things that you thought you admired about this particular person, they're no longer there. If you're in a relationship in this world today, especially in this country, Kenya, you realize that many girls are all about makeup. And you're possibly seeing this woman with only makeup. Even if she comes to your place once in a while, she makes sure that she has that particular layer that is constantly there to make sure, even if she goes to the to take shower, she makes sure she maintains it, so that you have this perfect look of her. Now, she's there every day with you. Who are you? I don't know who that person is. Who have I been dating? The men have some weird behaviors here and there, cheekiness, some, carefree kind of a lifestyle, the bachelor kind of lifestyle. And you realize this guy is dirty, he's not very organized as you thought he was. Even the way he speaks now, you've always been meeting occasionally and he's well composed and all that. And then you realize this guy actually has an accent. I'm not saying having an accent is bad. I also have a deep one. I don't know from which tribe. But maybe you're the kind of a girl who is turned off by that kind of accent. You realize this guy actually, when he's not wearing that cologne, he has a particular smell. The quarantine period will give you the time to discover this person's other side that you could have possibly not put up with. And you say, you know what, I'm sorry, but it's not you, it's me, all that cliche, and yeah, the relationship will be over. Reason number 5 is a bit interesting as well. You will also realize that maybe this is not the person that you want to be with in hard times, or when you're faced with, in-depth challenges. Now, a relationship, as I said, is about bearing with one another. Some of the people have lost their jobs. Others who had these particular jobs which only pay once in a while. They're not really fully employed, so they don't get a salary. It's basically daily hustle, and that has been cut. And probably the other partner is working or is in a better position. And then you realize they are not actually willing to help. So you are there wondering, okay, I'm not even able to pay my rent, I'm not even able to pay my food. Where are you? Why can't you help me? You know, maybe you're not the right person to spend the rest of my life with. I mean, tough times are gonna come. And then there's some relationships which previously were, you know, they were just very fake. I can use the word fake. It's not like the right word, but your relationship was based on an illusion about the other person. Let's say if it's the girl. She had this perfect illusion about this guy. You know, he's composed, he's all that. He provides. Oh my God, when you go for these dates, he buys me that, he buys me that. And then quarantine happens. This guy is broke. He can't send you money as he used to send you money before. And you're like, I actually thought he was rich. Honestly. Kumbe ananga kakitu. So at the end of the day, you're like, there's something wrong about this relationship. There's nothing wrong. You put your expectations based on the few things, the few material things that he was providing, and you based your entire relationship and understanding of this particular man in those things. And now that he's not able to provide those things, that relationship is not working. So that could potentially cause a big problem and a big mess during this quarantine period, where you realize maybe during this time, a time like now when things are really tough, you can't put up with each other. There is just something wrong in your relationship. Reason number 6, very important, boredom. Kuboeka. People will get bored. There's nothing to do. People have been forced to stay indoors. There's no work. There's no going to work after all. And when people are bored, they start to think. They start to look for alternatives to kill the boredom. Now, one of the most common ways to kill boredom nowadays is social media. People will move from one social media to the other. Like they will flip, like within the course of the day, someone will have moved from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram, back to whatever, like to and fro. And you realize at the end of the day, you actually didn't realize there are so many people on social media, so many good-looking guys, so many good-looking girls. And because we are all in the same situation, we have time to chat. So new relationships will emerge from this boredom. New social media relationships. They can be termed as virtual relationships. Like, they're not real. You know, you're just passing time, but at the end of the day, you end up developing feelings for someone you have not even met. And there's this term which is like, don't worry, after the coronavirus is over, we shall meet. Don't worry, after the coronavirus is over, I'll take you out. Kama sio hii corona, I would even come tonight. Kama sio hii corona, hey, you don't know. Hey, you know, but it's just something that started because of the boredom. You didn't have anything to do and you slide in someone's DM, you're, oh, he's fine, all right. She looks fine, all right. And you start talking. You hit it from there. But you have a relationship. You are in a relationship with someone else. You see, and because they are far away from you, probably you're not staying together. Because they are far away from you, they don't know what you're doing. And once the virus is over, or this COVID-19 issue is over, you might be tempted to actually meet that person you met online. And then you realize, there's a new spark. It feels good. He's actually fine in real life. She's very beautiful. And then slowly by slowly, that relationship that was like, will start going down because of something that was started during this particular period. However, the relationship that will actually manage and pull through this quarantine period and beyond, those relationships could actually thrive. You might actually realize that you are more stronger together, especially when you manage to bear with each other through this period. Also, if you can support each other, be each other's support system. We all need each other at this particular period of time.